Initially, gusto natin, yay, work from home. In the first few days, gusto natin yan. Pero eventually, after few days or few weeks, it's taking its toll. Ako, when nag-work from home, because parang na-enjoy ko pa nung sa simula. Pero eventually, it's taking a toll. I don't know if you are that person nung una when we were at home. Okay, this is a new setup. I can do other things that I wasn't able to do. Pero it's taking a toll. Because the work from home, what's happening is, the setup is as if parang 24/7 tayo nag-work. Parang tuloy-tuloy lang because sometimes the thinking is dahil work from home, nasa bahay lang yan. May time yan sumagot sa emails, may time sumagot yan in doing things. And the downside with work from home, na puro work from home, walang start time, walang end time. Parang ano lang, no, computer shop, naka-open time lagi sa work. So the possibility of it, which we also mentioned in the previous videos, yes, itong work from home, it's something that we will embrace, but itong work from home, if left unchecked, it would lead to burnout. And that's our rooftop reflections for today. Excitement is down because maybe before, when you were starting to work or in the days past, you are excited in doing the things, you're excited in working, sobrang excited ka, but ngayon, hindi na ako excited. I'm not thrilled anymore. Hindi na ako na-challenge what's happening. So that's a symptom for us. And then the second one na sub-point is effort is down. That's an indicator as well. Dati, bibukid ka. Dati, going the extra mile. All in, all out. Lahat, tulong. Whatever it takes. Even if it's not part of your job description, sige lang. As long as we are rallying, pushing the company forward. So, diba? The effort is not there anymore. Not going the extra mile. What you are doing is really just the bare minimums. Kung kailangan ma-improve, okay lang, bahala na. So that's one of the indicator or symptom. And then the third one is performance is down. Dati you are a performer, but now wala na. It's not as effective. You're not hitting the targets, the KPIs, the KRAs, the BHAGs. Before, nasa cream of the crop ka, ngayon parang you don't care anymore. That's one of the indicators or symptoms of you being burnt out. Boss, sige na, mag-hire na tayo ng another team member. Grabe na yung pag-spread ng load. Sinasalo ko lahat dahil nag-resign si ganito, nag-resign si ganito. Wala pa tayong kinuha, pinasa nyo lahat sa akin ang responsibilities. Hindi nyo naman dinagdagan yung sweldo ko. So, di ba, that's also taking a toll. Hey guys, again, welcome to Rooftop Reflections. So, we are now 5 days sa ating GCQ. There are a lot of changes that's happening. Companies are opening up, industries are opening up. Yung stock market, grabe yung pagbulusok. So much changes, but even in the midst of those changes, there are still things that's constant or still things that we will also do because it's already part of this new normal. In this new normal, marami tayong na-enjoy but marami rin mga challenges. And speaking of new normal, we talked about that in the previous videos natin regarding embracing the new normal. Meaning, the old normal that we are anticipating sana bumalik. There's a big chance na baka hindi na siya bumalik or it will take some time. And in this setup that we are in now, na in the new normal, there are still things that we will do, which includes work from home. Work from home. And sino ba dito you are in the setup of work from home? So tag nyo. Hello to mga ka-zombies or mga ka-Google Mate buddies. Because yung yung itong COVID na to, it disrupted a lot, including our work, including how we do things. So, yan yung nangyari sa atin na majority of the corporations highjela. So, it forced us to be in work from home. And ito yung work from home, it's something that we really wanted. Generally speaking, nung hindi pa nag-pandemic, nung last year, di ba, we want to at least have certain days na work from home that if we have that work from home, mas makakatipid tayo sa time because ayaw natin maipit sa EDSA traffic. It can also save energy, it can also save finances. So we want that. Thank you, China. Team work from home. Kasi gusto natin yung work from home. And then, what happened now, because of this global pandemic, hi Eric, teka, yan, I need to scratch myself. Kinakati ako. Wala naman sigurong mga ipis dito. Or whatever insect. So now, because of this global pandemic, it forced the companies to still continue in their business processes na magkaroon ng work from home setup. Initially, gusto natin, yay, work from home. In the first few days, gusto natin yan. Pero eventually, after few days or few weeks, it's taking its toll. Ako, when nag-work from home, because parang na-enjoy ko pa nung sa simula Pero eventually, it's taking a toll. I don't know if you are that person nung una when we were at home. Okay, this is a new setup. I can do other things that I wasn't able to do. Pero it's taking a toll. Because the work from home, what's happening is the setup is as if parang 24/7 tayo nag-work. Parang tuloy-tuloy lang because sometimes the thinking is dahil work from home, nasa bahay lang yan. May time yan sumagot sa emails, may time sumagot yan in doing things. And the downside with work from home, na puro work from home, walang start time, walang end time. Parang ano lang, no, computer shop, naka-open time lagi sa work. So, the possibility of it, which we also mentioned in the previous videos, yes, itong work from home, it's something that we will embrace, but itong work from home, if left unchecked, that's why it's good if you see that video regarding how to make work from home work, is it would lead to burnout. And that's our rooftop reflections for today, beating burnout in the new normal. So again, please tag your friends, your office mates, your colleagues, or your boss who you think that they are in the brink of burnout, or maybe they are burnt out, or maybe they are toasted na, tostado na. And the burnout we're talking about, it's because of stress-related work. No, hindi yung burnout tostado sa skin, parang katulad nung sa akin. So hindi yung burnout sa balat, but burnout because of chronic stress-related stresses. What I'm talking about, because of this work from home setup, if left unchecked, it could lead to burnout. But the burnout is not just limited to people who are working from home, but also even in other industries. But itong burnout, mind you, it's not just sheer exhaustion, but it is a lot more. And yung burnout, it's been defined differently in the past years, iba-iba. But finally, WHO defined it. It included burnout in the 11th revision of ICD, International Classification of Diseases, and it was mentioned burnout not as a medical condition but a occupational phenomenon. It's something caused by chronic stress that's not being managed well. And yung takeaway ko dito, when I read that WHO inclusion of burnout in ICD, at least for us to easily remember, 3 things for us to take note na, eto, classify or definition of burnout. So, tandaan nyo, ECI, yung E, it's exhaustion. There's exhaustion, depletion of energy. The second one is C, there is cynicism or negativity na, or you have that detachment sa work. You mentally, parang you're not there anymore. You don't see yourself anymore. You're indifferent. And then yung I, ineffectiveness. Hi Lorraine and hi Oni. Ito si Oni, lagi yan effective. Whether work from home or kahit nasa nag-work, lagi effective yan. So, that's our takeaway. So, as WHO defined it, exhaustion, so also cynicism or detachment in your work or mentally detached, and then I, ineffectiveness. It's because of prolonged stress. And some people say, nako, nababurnout na ako kasi super pagod na ako kasi si boss, hindi niya naintindihan ang hirap ng wifi sa bahay, pahirapan, tsambahan. And sometimes, we are easily labeling na that person or we are burnt out because we are burnt out or we are exhausted or dissatisfied sa job, but not necessarily. Sometimes what people really need, they're not really burnt out, but sometimes they just need to take a break. They just need to take the rest. But again, regarding burnout, going back to the definition of WHO, sometimes or most of the time it starts with exhaustion, and then it's already coupled with cynicism and detachment in terms of work, or mentally parang they are distant already to their work, and then there's ineffectiveness, they're poorly performing, not as highly performing as before. So yun na, that's the breaking part. and starting point of that burnout. So, I saw a 5 burnout profiles by Dr. Later. First is you are engaged. So, you're engaged, you are energetic at work, you are involved, you are effective. And then the second profile is you are overextended, meaning you are exhausted but you are still highly productive. And then the third one is you are disengaged, meaning cynicism is already starting but you are still productive. And then number 4 is ineffective, meaning you are less productive but somehow you still care. And then the 5th one, you are already burned out. You're exhausted, there's cynicism already, negativity, and also you are already less effective. So yung 4 and yung number 3, yung ineffective and disengaged, ano yan, hindi siya step by step. Pwedeng mag-grow yan independently, yung ineffective and yung disengage. So, bottom line, if we see those profile, makikita mo gradually nag-i-increase na yung exhaustion, yung cynicism, and yung ineffectiveness. So, thank you, Althea. Breather is really important. Taking a break from time to time is really necessary. We have to listen to our bodies. That's really important, that we have regular rhythms of work and regular rhythms of rest. And speaking of rest, I think we can talk about that in the next video. So, now we have discussed yung profiles of yung sa burnout. So, engaged, overextended, disengaged, ineffective, and burnout. So, okay, we know those profiles. So, what are the factors that causes burnout? So, if you are watching, maybe you can take note of this. Maybe this is affecting you. So, the first possible factor that's affecting you or that's causing you to have that burnout state, first is in terms of workload. Meaning there's so much work that's given to you, or maybe there's a mismatch in terms of what you do and your strengths profile, your core competency. You are not in the right lane, on the right bus. So that's the first factor in terms of workload. The second one is in terms of control, meaning that you don't have the authority to get the job done in terms of your task. Kumbaga, may hinihintay ka pang email, may hinihintay ka pang boss, and syempre naiipit ka na, may deadline ka na, so it will end up, wala na. It would be tough on you. Hello, good day. And then the third factor is reward, meaning there is not sufficient reward in terms of money and recognition. Kumbaga, parang hindi commensurate yung binibigay na reward sa mahirap na trabaho, especially now in this work from home setup. So, number 4 is in terms of community. Yan yung another factor, is you are isolated at work, or maybe you are having conflicts with the community or with your colleagues. And then the fifth factor that causes burnout is in terms of fairness, meaning there's disrespect in your company or in your office, there's favoritism, there's cheating. So it's causing you to be burnout more. Bakit ganyan? Ako, nagpapasa ako ng mga email on time, pero siya 1 month na, tas siya pa'y na-promote. So, di ba, it's causing us, ano ba to? Lugi. And then the sixth factor that causes burnout is values, meaning there are practices in the offices na hindi mo matanggap kasi hindi pasok sa values mo, sa morality mo. I know some people, I've talked to them, they resign in the company kasi hindi nila kaya to continue in their work, because in their work they discovered na they're cheating the clients, yung company is cheating the clients, and may mga malpractices na hindi na niya kaya matake, so that person resigned. So although that person tried to make those changes, to stand on his ground and say what needs to be corrected, pero hindi, that's the system in the company. So it took a toll, or at least the best way and not to compromise his values is just to resign. So now we know the possible factors of this burnout. So continue, guys, to tag your friends, message them, share this video. And the reason again why I'm making this video is kasi we are not physically together, and I've spoke to some people, they are being burnt out, and whatever I know, I just try to share, sana makatulong. Pero syempre, I'm just limited if I'm just talking one-on-one. That's why we have this video, so that whatever's in my heart or whatever I know, in some way this can help you. For those people who are burning out or in the brink of burning out, I hope this video would be of help for you. So now we know the risk factors of being burned out. Of course, what we need to do is to have practical ways on not being burned out, or at least to reverse the effects in our lives. So I have 5 points for us to remember, 5 practical steps on what to do for us not to be burnout. So as we start, here are 5 practical steps on how to beat burnout in this new normal. So again, tag your friends. So the first one is to please check the symptoms. Please check the symptoms, and with emphasis with please, because we are people, including me, na parang hindi, okay lang ako, kaya ko naman. So maybe this is just a bad day. I just need my coffee fix and tea fix, okay na ako. And sometimes ganun lang naman, that's what we need, but it masks what's really happening, na feeling natin okay lang ako, but in reality sometimes we are just denying what's really happening. That's why with emphasis, please check the symptoms. That's the first point. Please check the symptoms, because denial stage tayo sometimes eh. What we need to check is, first is excitement is down, because maybe before, when you were starting to work or in the days past, you are excited in doing the things, you're excited in working, sobrang excited ka, but ngayon hindi na ako excited. I'm not thrilled anymore. Hindi na ako na-challenge what's happening. So that's a symptom for us. And then the second one na sub-point is effort is down. That's an indicator as well. Dati, bibukid ka. Dati, going the extra mile. All in, all out. Lahat, tulong. Whatever it takes. Even if it's not part of your job description, sige lang, as long as we are rallying, pushing the company forward. Hi, Carl. Ito si Carl, iba talaga magtrabaho to. Hello, Mana Grocer and friends. So, di ba, the effort is not there anymore. Not going the extra mile. What you are doing is just really just the bare minimums. Kung kailangan ma-improve, okay lang, bahala na. So, that's one of the indicator or symptom. And then the third one is performance is down. Dati you are a performer, but now wala na. It's not as effective. You're not hitting the targets, the KPIs, the KRAs, the BHAGs. Before, nasa cream of the crop ka, ngayon parang you don't care anymore. That's one of the indicators or symptoms of you being burnt out. The fourth one, or at least the sub-point for the first major point, is body is down. You are just worn out. You're just physically exhausted, mentally drained, emotionally exhausted. So that's one of the symptoms. So that's the first practical step that we need to have. Please check the symptoms. With emphasis with please check the symptoms. And I think I need to say that to myself, kasi ako parang wala akong pakialam. Feeling ko kaya natin to lahat. Go, go, go. Push, push, push. God's grace is enough. Totoo naman. Pero sometimes we also need to be aware sa nangyayari sa body natin. So again, let's be aware of our performance. It's an indicator if performance is down, if effort is down, if excitement is down, if body is down. Kulang sa vitamina. So tama si AM ka dyan. Baka nga kailangan lang ng Energen, or baka kailangan ng Beroka. Please continue to tag your friends, message them. We are talking about how to beat the burnout in this new normal. So the second point that we have, practical step, act on the change. Act on the change. So the first one that we need to change is, first sub-point is change your expectations. Change in your expectations, because in this new normal now, the productivity is different. We need to redefine what's productive in our day and age, in this work from home setup. So we need to redefine it, kasi iba na yung expectations, iba na yung deliverables, iba na yung trajectory of the company, iba na yung processes. So we need to redefine, especially in work from home. It's challenging to be more productive because there are a lot of disruptions. There are maybe people in your house, and mas challenging, but it's still doable. Also, the other video that we made in terms of how to make work from home work now what we need to do is act on the change. So change in expectations to redefine what is productive. We can't always be 24/7 online, or kasi the time of burnout, change expectations, which it doesn't mean that we would still not hit the target, basta at least yung expectation, something that's more realistic with your current setup. So the second sum point for that, as we change our expectations, change now in your behavior. As we change our behaviors, there are a lot of behaviors that we can change so that we would be less susceptible for burnout. But some studies say one behavior that can be more prone to burnout is perfectionism. Are you the type of person na parang you want everything to be perfect, kailangan down to the very last detail, tama-tama lahat? And in some ways, that's good because talaga perfectionist or to be perfect in all aspects. But sometimes, it's not as doable as where you are now. Baka your skill is not ready yet, maybe the team is not ready yet, or maybe the market is not ready yet. Tapos pinupush mo ng ganon. I mean, okay lang naman na may speed bumps along the road. Pero again, kung nakaya mo maging perfect at hindi ka nasi-stress out, hindi ka na-burnout, okay yun. But if it's taking a toll on you, so maybe it's about time to taper that perfectionism na i-ground mo with realization or reality. I mean, I'm not for not being perfect. Kumbaga, hindi. I'm for excellence, but sometimes perfection is far-fetched. So, it really depends on you. Still maintain that excellence, but sometimes kasi yung perfectionism, it's prone more for us to be burnout. Another sub point that we need to change, aside from expectations, aside from behavior, is a change in our workload. Ito yung mas gusto natin. Boss, sige na, mag-hire na tayo ng another team member. Grabe na yung pag-spread ng load. Sinasalo ko lahat dahil nag-resign si ganito, nag-resign si ganito. Wala pa tayong kinuha, pinasa nyo lahat sa akin ang responsibilities. Hindi nyo naman dinagdagan yung sweldo ko. So, di ba, that's also taking a toll. What you need to do is at least change in your workload, or at least request for your change load. Kasi sometimes that's beyond your control. Sometimes it's based on the approval of your boss. But sometimes, di ba, na-define natin yung pagiging burnout. There's so much works given to you, a lot on your plate, especially in this new normal. Or maybe you are doing tasks that's not really aligned to your core competence. So maybe the best recourse is to have honest conversations with your boss. Honest conversation in Zoom kasi hindi naman kayo pwede mag-meet unless you're part of that skeletal workforce, well and good. So, you can ask for changes if possible sa workload, or sometimes it's not really on the volume of work, but sometimes it's just the clarity and expectation. Sometimes there are some bosses that hindi clear kung anong gusto mangyari, tas kung baka pag-demand, nagpapa-email, do it now. So, boss, di mo naman lininaw yan before. So, maybe that could also help seek clarification. So, walang choice, bro. Yes, sometimes nga yung sa work kaya nga upon approval of the boss whatever we're doing, nandyan na yan But I truly believe, kahit sabihin natin walang choice, that's the workload that we need to do. I believe that the grace of God is there. He would give us the ability to overcome that. He will also give us the humility to ask help from others, to help build competence. Kasi sometimes, we are just looking at work, basta 8 hours okay na ako. Why not use some other extra time just to build skill para lang makahabol? Pero yun nga again, malay mo, by the grace of God as well, God will touch the heart of your boss. Sige, ilipat natin ang workload sa ibang team or mag-hire tayo. Yun yung gusto natin and hopefully it can happen. So, change in workload. And the fourth sub-point in terms of acting on the change is, which I don't recommend as soon as possible, is change of work. Meaning, lilipat ka ng trabaho. You will get another job. And I hope hindi tayo basta nagkaroon lang ng setback, super pagod na tayo, feeling natin is taking a toll, resign agad. Please, my suggestion, hindi lahat ng bagay nahihirapan tayo, magki-quit na tayo, magre-resign na tayo. There are things where God places there so that it can allow us to grow, it can build muscle, it can allow us to discover things na hindi natin alam na kaya pala natin. And I have some friends and who are watching now because of this new normal setup, biglang na-promote and biglang kinakabahan, kaya ko ba talaga? And I believe that the grace of God will always be there. So again, if you know that hindi na talaga, it's really taking a toll, you've considered different people, and maybe it's time to go, then so be it. But my suggestion now, especially in this time, hirap makahanap ng work. If you've seen the article, high unemployment rose in this COVID time. So work is a blessing. And speaking of work, we have a different video on that, so you can view that video as well. But yun nga, if you have decided, you've done the due diligence, then so be it. Apply for a new job, and hopefully that when you transferred, maganda yung role for you, and of course the compensation would also be good for you. So that's for the act on the change. So now we are going to our third sub-point, is unleash other passions. Unleash other passions. Parang unleash the dragon lang yun. Unleash the dragon. Unleash other passions. Because puro work na nga sometimes, you are burnt out. It's time to open that door para magkaroon ka ng outlet. So, what you need to do, we have a sub-point for that in unleashing other passions. The first sub-point is unleash the creative side. Maybe it's time to go back to your artistry, na bumalik ka sa pag-write, bumalik ka sa pagtugtog ng music, keyboard, mag-gitara ka, or maybe gumawa ka ng painting or whatever that would unleash, or para magkaroon ka ng outlet. Do some photos, take photos, edit photos. Kasi nakakatulong yan sa atin, nakakatanggal din ng stress yan. It's a good outlet. So unleash the creative side. And then the second one, ito, masaya to for us. Second sub-point is unleash the kid inside. Unleash the kid inside. Not being childish, not being irresponsible, but having that childlike heart na you are just enjoying the simple things in life. Like for example, today you are just enjoying the clouds every 6 o'clock. Look up, it's 6 o'clock. You are just enjoying it. Enjoy. Unleash that childlike thing in you. The kid inside. Ano ba yun? Maybe that's just simply playing games. Magluto ng orange chicken. Tama. Diba? Instagrammable pa. You do some cooking, you sing songs, pwede rin creativity, you play Mobile Legends, you spend time with friends, you reconnect with your barkada, you talk to your family, you connect with your mom, with your dad. So enjoy the simple things in life. Yung mga sometimes hindi na kailangan ng pera para mag-enjoy ka. What are those things na nagpapasaya sa'yo? The simple things. So unleash the kid inside. But still doing what needs to be done. That's the second one that we need to unleash. And the third one, it can also be entrepreneurial side. So this is not for all. Maybe one of the outlets that you can have is that you can have a side hustle. Maybe a business. Magbenta ka sa Shopee, sa Lazada. Or maybe because of you baking, gumagawa ka ng ubi pandesal, maybe you can monetize it. And you can also unleash that entrepreneurial side. So unleash your passions. And then the fourth one, seek help from others. Seek help from others, because again, we can't do this on our own. Sometimes it's hard to recognize on our own that burnout na pala tayo. We need other people to help us to process our thoughts. So what we need to do is, first sub-point is to seek help from our colleagues, kasi sila yung nakakakita sa atin. From our ka-unit natin, ka-department natin, seek help from them. We can also seek help from our boss, from our DBMs, sa mga supervisors natin. And let's be honest with what we are feeling. We are seeking help, meaning sometimes we just need a listening ear. And if you are that person who are just overwhelmed with what's going on, and please reach out to people, seek help. Kung wala, message me. I can connect you to people who would listen to you and encourage you. And also, you can also seek help from mentors. And the concept with that is, dapat hindi ka na nagko-connect doon sa mga ka-work mo, but it's also good from outside work. So, from mentors or people who have gone through what you are going through. And then also, fourth sub-point is to seek help from family and friends. So, those are the people who can help you. You can't do this on your own. the fifth and last one, as we have done those 4 steps, hopefully, as we have done those 4 steps, seeking help from others, the fifth one is enjoy your work again. Because I'm sure when you started that work, because the novelty of doing it, sobrang enjoy But something came along the way na wala yung passion, nagkaroon ng exhaustion, nagkaroon ng cynicism, detachment, mentally distance from that work, you don't care anymore. Hopefully, as you allow yourself to be helped from others, as you know the symptoms of it, you can eventually enjoy work again. Enjoy work again. So as we wrap this up, we're talking about how to beat burnout in this new normal, and please check the symptoms. Check if excitement is down, check if effort is down, check also if performance is down, and check if body is down. And then the second one is not just being passive on it, but also to act on it. Because the second one is act on the change. So the change that we need, change in our expectations, change in behavior, and also change in workload. Sana pumayag si boss. And not as recommended, change ng work. But if kailangan na and you know that's the best thing to do, then go ahead. And then the third one is unleash other passions. Unleash the creative side. Do writing, poetry, spoken word, music, learn a new musical instrument. Second sub point of that, unleash the kid inside. Bring back the joys that you are doing, the simple pleasures. See the sunset. Maybe talk to friends, talk to them, message them, connect with them. And also unleash the entrepreneurial side. Maybe because of you unleashing other passions, pwede na siyang ma-monetize, maging side hustle, maging business. And then the fourth one, which is also important, is seek help from others. Because sometimes it's hard to spot, it's hard to detect. So seek help from others, from colleagues, from your boss, from other mentors, and also family and friends. And then the last one, hopefully, as you have done these steps, it would help you again to enjoy work again. Enjoy work again. And if you put that together, so ulitin natin, if for us to have a recap, please check the symptoms, and then A, act on the change, and then U is unleash other passions, and then S, seek help from others, and then yung fifth one is enjoy work again. Anong word yung mabubuo? Akala nyo walang acrostic? May acrostic tayo. The word that will be with that statements would be pause. Pause. So when there is burnout, we are in the brink of burnout, we are burning out, what we need to do is really to take that pause. Take that pause. Because it would help you as well not to go that slippery slope. I hope nakikita nyo pa ako. And as we do all of these things, medyo dumidilim na all of these things. So again, please check the symptoms, kaya letter P. So pause. So this is a time, if you feel like you're just burning out, if you're burning out, please take a pause. Pwede rin cause, pwede rin naman. It can be pause if you are burning out, take a break, but also yung cause. Remind yourself of the causes of why you do what you do. Yun, no? Pasok ko on the spot. Thank you to the roofers who have made the material better. So, pwedeng pause, pwedeng cause. Kasi, what's good is for you to be reminded the why of what you do. Your causes in why you are doing. So, pause. As you have those pauses, it would help you beat burnout in this new normal. And again, for those of you who are being burnt out, in the brink of burnout, here's my reminder for you. It's not the end of the road for you. It doesn't mean na super hirap na what you're going through, super challenge na, you are in the end of, wala nang puro exhausted ka na lang, wala ka nang pakialam sa work. My encouragement for you, it's not the end of the road for you. It's time to pivot, it's time to reflect, it's time to think on how you were before. It's time to think maybe to go back to God, to reveal to you the greatest inside of Him. Maybe this is a time wherein you can depend on the grace of God more. So guys, please, if you're feeling burnout, you're not alone. Please seek help from others. So dumidilim na, but I have good news for you. Yon! Merong ilaw pero masyadong maliwanag. Okay. Sige, tapusin na natin to agad. So what we need to do is just take a pause. If we are feeling that burnout, and you're not alone in doing this, but we are in this together. So thank you guys for this rooftop reflections. Dumidilim na, sana makita nyo pa ako. Thank you so much. God bless you. Again, please share these videos if it will be of help to people. Message your friends, sana makatulong sa inyo. So God bless you guys. So sige, buksan natin yung ilaw. So again, for our rooftop reflections, thank you so much. Buksan natin yung ilaw. Let's try this. Okay. So parang nasa camping lang, no? But it's too bright. Dapat pala medyo diffused. No? So, okay, ayan, no? Parang nagka-camping lang ako. So, di ba? Innovation. Kasi alam ko na malilate tayo. So, medyo awkward, no? So, let there be light. Tama, AM ka dyan. Joe Domingo. Kasi, di ba, kung walang light, hindi nyo na ako makikita. So, innovation in its finest. So, okay. I hope this video helped you. I'm not sure if it encompassed everything that can be discussed. There's so much of a topic, but I just made a way wherein it could be something that would resonate sa inyo, because there's so much to talk about burnout. But my goal is just to give some practical steps, or for us to pause, or maybe to remind ourselves of our cause or the why of what we do, so that we can beat burnout together. Let's beat burnout together. Don't face those battles alone. So anyway, thank you, Derek, AM Kadyang. So what are your takeaways? And in that acrostic na nandun yung reveal sa huli, the new normal for me is really doing acrostic. Ang liwanag ng buhay, okay? Lakas maka-enhance ng skin ng light. Glass skin. Actually, baka pawis lang yan. Kaya, sige, magpupunas tayo. Okay. Glass skin. May artista sa talaga lang. What are your takeaways? I hope you learned something. Sana ma-share nyo rin with your friends. So for those of you, okay, di ba, na-shock kayo, parang may camping tayo dito sa labas. So, what are your takeaways? What did you learn? Do you feel that you are a person who is already burnt out or in the brink of burnout? Or maybe you are a team leader, or you are a supervisor na maybe what we discussed, it can be a diagnostic tool for you para ma-detect nyo, malaman nyo kung yung team nyo ay nababurnout. Again guys, thank you so much, and comment below the things that you want to learn from our rooftop reflections. Actually, nagre-reflect nga talaga yung ilaw sa aking skin, literally, in this rooftop reflections. Thank you also for people who are always tuning in. I really appreciate you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the things that you have learned as well. So please, yung nasa puso ko, whatever you learn in this video, please share it. Please share it to people, so that whatever help that this video gave you, matulong nyo rin to others. But thank you for joining. Please share this video, like this video, comment also. Even if tapos na yung video natin, comment below whatever you have learned. God bless you guys.